Modern life demands constant navigation of complex financial, social, and professional systems, yet the foundational rules for daily existence are often left to chance. What requires precision and structured guidance is frequently treated as a casual afterthought. The directive is absolute. As the famous hadith states, Ilm hasil karna har Musalman par farz hai. Acquiring knowledge is an obligation on every single Muslim. To fulfill this exact obligation, the SMT FARZ ULOOM Syllabus provides a rigorous architectural roadmap. Across 182 precise lessons, it systematically builds a framework of knowledge, faith, and character. We routinely compartmentalize religion into basic acts of prayer. This curriculum forces the student to map Islamic jurisprudence onto every practical moment of the day, from the minute you wake up to the boardroom negotiations you conduct at noon. Farz Uloom establishes the specific foundational rules that govern a Muslim's engagement with every aspect of the contemporary world. This curriculum document outlines the 6-module architecture. The progression is strictly sequential: aqaid, taharat, ibadat, batin or zahir gunah, hukuk, and mamalat. The internal foundation starts here. Module 1, aqaid, establishes exactly what must be believed. Module 2, Taharat, dictates how physical purity is maintained. Once the belief system and body are prepared, the sequence moves to physical execution. Module 3, Ibadat, details the specific mechanics of worship. Next, Modules 4 and 5 define internal and external sins, establishing the strict boundaries of hukuk, the rights you owe to others. The curriculum culminates in Mamalat. This is the jurisprudence governing your daily commercial, legal, and social interactions. You cannot engage in valid business practices or uphold social contracts without first securing that internal belief system and physical discipline. The architecture guarantees one supports the other. Looking at Module 1, Aqaid, the curriculum is divided into 6 distinct parts defining correct Islamic beliefs. Furthermore, Part 4, Lesson 14, clarifies the status of awliya Allah and the Sahaba, protecting against theological errors. Correct theology requires a correct physical state. This overview of Module 2 maps out Taharat, the science of purification. In Part 4, Wasail-e-Taharat covers the non-negotiable mechanics of wudu and ghusl, mandatory daily routines governed by strict rules. The syllabus accounts for physical limitations. For those with medical conditions, Lesson 8 defines rules for a shara'i mazur, ensuring worship remains legally valid. Purity relies on the tools used. Part 3 covers Pani ke Akam, the laws regarding water itself, teaching students the precise criteria that make water suitable for achieving ritual purity. Beyond ritual, Lesson 11 addresses Jismani Safai, anchoring physical hygiene directly into a complete Islamic lifestyle. Modules 1 and 2 operate as strict prerequisites. They calibrate the intellect and the physical body, preparing students for the intensive labor of formal worship. Module 3, Ibadat, is the largest section. It contains 68 lessons, beginning with exhaustive protocols for namaz and roza. Adapting to external pressures, Lessons 14 and 15 outline concessions for travelers and the sick, adapting mechanics to reality. For roza, or fasting, the study tracks chronological requirements from the parameters of sahri and iftar to the principles defining exactly what invalidates a fast. The curriculum then maps out financial and seasonal obligations. Parts 3 through 5 dictate the exact legal conditions requiring zakat, umrah, hajj, and qurbani. Grounding this in daily finance, Lesson 44 details nisab, giving Muslims the necessary formula to calculate mandatory charity on modern financial assets and accumulated wealth. Ibadat enforces discipline. It demands strict time management through daily prayers and mandates a calculated blood distribution of wealth through zakat. Module 4 moves into psychology. Under Part 1, students confront hidden internal sins, like hasad and takabur, which erode personal stability. Then, Part 2 categorizes sins of the tongue, showing how ghibat and chugli compromise integrity in professional and private environments. That psychological discipline feeds directly into Module 5, hukuk, mapping out the complex network of mutual responsibilities. This graphic shows the 6 distinct categories of interpersonal rights. The syllabus establishes a clear hierarchy. Hukukullah, the strict rights owed to Allah, runs strictly parallel to hukukul ibad, the rights owed to human beings. Part 4 zeroes in on hukuk uzawjain. It breaks down the precise mutual rights of husbands and wives, establishing a legal and moral framework for running a household. Beyond the home, Lesson 21 addresses the workplace, explicitly outlining the rights of employees and workers to ensure fair labor practices. The framework makes a direct correlation. A person standing before a law is inextricably linked to how honestly and fairly they treat the people around them. Religion governs the marketplace just as strictly as the mosque. Every legally binding commercial contract carries theological weight. This breakdown illustrates Module 6, Ma'amlat, the direct application of Sharia law across 5 sections. Part 5 details Mali Mamlat, dictating valid parameters for buying and selling, while enforcing the absolute prohibition against riba in all financial transactions. The module formalizes the management of communal assets, detailing strict laws of amanat, trusts, and endowments. Through this legal framework, every business deal closed, every loan structured, and every asset managed operates as an extension of faith. The cumulative weight of this curriculum is substantial. As the summary table outlines, completing the foundation level requires navigating 182 lessons over an estimated 220 hours of focused study. Certification standards prioritize practical application. Theoretical knowledge must be proven through the correct execution of taharat and daily worship. This flowchart reveals the exact certification pathway. Complete the lessons, pass module assessments, demonstrate physical application, and clear the final examination to earn the SMT FARZ ULOOM Foundation Certificate. The true outcome is measured in execution. The syllabus is designed to translate into immediate improvements in daily conduct, professional integrity, and personal discipline. The student evolves from a passive observer of ritual into a highly literate participant. They emerge as an individual governed entirely by an internal moral compass and strictly dedicated to external social equity. Because correct Islamic education is the singular, non-negotiable foundation for a life properly lived.